Like if I went into a new career, went into being a homemaker because, yeah. Hi, I'm Lisa. We've got 4 kids. We're a homeschooling family, and I've been a stay-at-home mom for 24 years. I know, hard to imagine. I was tagged by Audrey, the fit, fearless, and faithful mom, to do this homemaker tag. I'm gonna put links in the description box below, and at the very end of the video, I'm going to tag another awesome mom and ask her to do this homemaker tag as well, and her link for her channel will be in the description box. The first question is, how did I become a homemaker? Well, I always wanted to be a stay-home mom, and I'm pretty sure I had no idea what being a homemaker really entailed, but I always wanted to be a stay-home mom. I had shared that with my husband back when we were engaged, and he had grown up in a household where mom and dad worked, and I told him, okay, I understand that's great, but I'm gonna wanna be a stay-home mom whenever we have kids. Terribly blunt, I know. So I worked until we had our first baby, and I really wanted to stay home, but it was not financially possible. But then we were about to have our second baby, and we crunched the numbers, and it was gonna be a stretch, but he agreed that we try it, and we try to see if we can make it work. And thank God I've been home ever since. So that's 24 years. The next question is, how does me being a homemaker affect my family and husband? Well, I think the short answer for that is I'm home. I'm kind of like at home base all the time. So time-wise, I am able to see the kids. I can see them on their good days and bad days, and likewise, they see me on my good days and bad days. I'm here as far as getting a lot of the logistics kind of stuff done, right? Grocery shopping, kind of making note about, wow, we need a new HVAC filter. We need to, take care of that bush over there. Looks like it's dying, or like all those kind of little like honey-dos or to-dos for the family. But, even us as a couple, we kind of here at home base to see that. Also, it affects us as far as meals, because as I've changed in the different type of nutrition kind of things that I've been interested in or tried out for our family, like a vegan way of eating, keto way of eating, Body for Life. At one point we had eating that way. So I plan the groceries and I plan the meals and things like that, and try to feed the family well. I try to start dinner around 4 o'clock so we can have meals relatively early. That hasn't been happening the last couple of weeks because of all of this turmoil with all the different changes in the world with the pandemic happening right now. So we've been eating a bit later, more like our family in Miami, eating later around 8 o'clock. That gets everybody to bed a little late, but that's not our norm. The next question is, what do I like about being a homemaker? The reason I wanted to be a homemaker was I wanted to be a stay-home mom. I wanted to be home with my babies. I wanted to be the one feeding them, burping them, changing them. I wanted to be the one seeing their milestones. I wanted to be the one who disciplined them lovingly. I wanted to be the one who could bind up their wounds and kiss their boo-boos and just be there for them always. That's the part I like about being a homemaker, is that I'm here with them. I get to hear them as they become adults, and the youngest of ours are teenagers now, and I like to hear their hopes and dreams. I like to hear their worries. I like to be here to talk them through the hard times, the different things with friends and distance, being away from family, those kind of things. That's what I like the best. The next question is, what is hard about being a homemaker? Everything else. Everything else is hard for me about being a homemaker. The skills and joys that a lot of people have of cleaning and organizing and making a beautiful home, I lack. I do not have them, and I've struggled my entire stay-at-home life at those things. And what's really sad is I really lump them together, the way that I'm a homemaker and being a mom, and that's not okay and it's not right. So if you're doing that, I want you to just listen to this. do not equate whether or not you're a good homemaker, like you got a bunch of Legos all over the floor, or the bathroom has needed to be cleaned for 2 days and you haven't gotten to it, or you have piles and piles of laundry or dust all over. Don't equate that with how you are as a mom. I've made that mistake for years and years and years. Don't do that. That's not fair to yourself. It's not, I think, what God even wants you to think. I think He wants you to focus in on how you are mothering. The rest are skills that you can develop over time, and you can bring your family in to be helpful, because it's not just you in the household making the mess. You obviously have help. You have little kids helping you. Family members all live in the house, so the messes happen. It's just life. I think you need to separate those two, and I wish I had realized that earlier in my life. So that's the hard part, for me anyway. And the last question is, how does being a homemaker add to my family's legacy? Wow, I mean, this is a big question. I never thought about this, but I know my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I loved the security that I felt in that. I knew she was there. I knew if I was sick at school, if I called, she was there. Such security in that. I never wondered if what we were eating, when we were eating, there was security. So my oldest son and his wife, they're kind of living this life too at the moment. She is a very talented artist, a graphic designer, and she does that work as well as she's a stay-at-home mom. And they have 2 little boys and a baby on the way. And I honor the fact that as a young wife and mom, she's chosen that. It's so counter to what everything and everyone on social media talks about now, about having it all, doing it all. And Audrey actually speaks to that in her video. So when you go and watch her video, she really talks about that journey for her. What I'm watching in my daughter-in-law is she's just pressing into the hard, but the joy of being a stay-at-home mom. And if that's part of the legacy, that's pretty cool. As well, our second son, who's getting married to his wonderful fiance in a few months. So please pray for that. She's a preschool teacher, and she's just heart just so full for children and for family. I think it's beautiful that as the sons, as these husbands, that these 2 awesome young men of ours honor that. They're not pushing their wife to do 14 different roles, that they actually honor that idea that they would love to do that for their children, for their family. Maybe that's a legacy, but it's not something that I created. That is definitely an environment that my husband has helped create as well. And I feel like that's key. I've never felt like the maid or the Cinderella by my husband. Totally to the contrary. He's always made me feel as if what I'm doing is so important. Even over the last decade or so, as my kids have gotten older, he's always gone back and said, hey, you know, what you're doing is priceless. We can't put a number on the experience that the children are having. And I'm the first to say, look, there's good days and bad days. There's days mom is not, you know, super amazing, happy, joy. But I guess that's kind of life. You know, not everyone always kind of feels 100%. So maybe it's just real life they're getting. Anyway, so the person I want to tag to keep this homemaker tag going is Tanya from Project Happy Home. Please go and check out her channel. You are going to be amazed at the awesome content that she's got there. Just tons of homeschooling information, and the way she shares, I could just listen to her all day. So go and check out her channel and the video that I hope she does for this tag as well. Guys, everybody stay safe, stay home right now, and leave me in the comments below. What do you think? You think about being a homemaker? Are you a homemaker? I will answer every comment that you send out. So God bless you.